We're about to get started again. No doubt they've been busy in the changing room with the needle and thread.
Some of those injuries needed a rivet gun. We can congratulate the Junior Paravon Stink Team, who have won the Junior Dungeon Bowl for the second year running.
Well done, Spawnlings. And it's interesting to know that the names of several of these youngsters are already on the lips of many of the major team coaches.
Bob, seems like it's getting hot here.
Indeed, Jim. Some sweltering heat rolling in over the stadium.
Will be interesting to see how many of the players will collapse after this drive.
Player that bad should not be allowed on the pitch. Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
Over there, some cute little elf beauties are selling Big Moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like Big Moot sandwiches?
No way! A little elf beauty Yeah.
Ouch! Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and he's having a little nap.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly, it's really ugly.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
The player has got the ball, and now he's the main target. Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport.
A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to think of it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent.
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say, but it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
Well, that'll keep him quiet for a while.
Yeah, he's just stunned, not dead.
We don't see much of the heroes of law these days.
No, I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of law hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic play on the pitch.
It's probably a good thing we don't see them. I think he's singing him a lullaby. Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
Ouch! Oh, he's knocked him senseless.
You're assuming then that he had something between his ears to begin with. Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision. Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see
More often.
They can start to move forward.
It will be just a small step for the player, but a giant leap for the team. Well, now that's what we came to see.
Okay, a touchdown is part of the spectacle, but don't forget the blood.
Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of a team.
Like the motley horde that's made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week. And they're off!
All vampire teams do suck.
Blood, of course. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, Jim, we can agree that they are not the greatest teams out there.
Well, Bob, they do have a huge disadvantage. I mean, all that blood-sucking and all.
I don't know if he really liked that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
He's got a hand to the ball.
Yeah, now he's looking around for support. The Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away. I can tell you straight, that hurts.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral.
As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch. Mighty Zug was swayed by pleas for calm, broadcast into the stands during his last match. He pulverized all the supporters.
Trust him, he likes a job well done.
Oh, no, another one who actually plays the ball. Ah. And the dispatch has just come in. Scandal during the World Doping Conference held by the humans. The three dwarf participants were warned too late that it wasn't a mug of beer that had been placed on their desk.
Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded but perfectly legal. And today's question, which will allow one lucky viewer to win a year's subscription to Spike Magazine, is: which player won the 85, 87, 91, and 99 Blood Bowls with the Reichland Reavers? Was it Griff Oberwald, his wife, or his future son?
Easy peasy.
Especially as two of them never touched a ball.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face.
A mouthful of knuckle and then a mouthful of dirt.
Yeah, he went down face first.
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnivel, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, now that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings. The pitch is no place to lie down for a sleep.
Well, after an uppercut like that, he doesn't have any choice.
Oh, brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of the Wizard's neck.
The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided.
Did you know that vampire teams have experimented with using vials and flasks to satisfy the need for blood on the pitch? But it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481, when the Gregan Counts faced off against the Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the Vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood that was spilt over the pitch.
Oh, I remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to field thralls instead. Living containers.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision.
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway. I know he had a front row seat for that assault, but I doubt he could fully appreciate it.
He won't appreciate the gaping wound either. we can congratulate the Junior Paravon Stink Team, who have won the Junior Dungeon Bowl for the second year running.
Well done, Spawnlings. And it's interesting to know that the names of several of these youngsters are already on the lips of many of the major team coaches.
Funny how his head went one way and the body the other.
Must have an elastic jaw.
I bet that hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
The player gets hold of the ball.
This player is completely useless.
According to my notes, with one eye, this is not easy. Or maybe this player is just blind.
It's a shame, but that's the way it is. The match comes to an end with both teams equal.
Well, at least we had a good time.